Well, let's talk more about what we can expect from this storm. We know a lot of rainfall is coming, but what else should we look for?
Well, rip currents are a #1 killer. You know, it kills a lot of people that don't realize how dangerous they are. And there's going to be an issue, I think, especially Sunday and Monday. I don't know how many people will be going to the beach, but surfers go out there a lot of times, and they're really experienced with rip currents. They know a little bit more about that, but be careful. They'll probably last through Monday and Tuesday. The winds are not going to be all that strong. You know, people are asking how bad are the winds going to be. It looks like right now, if it follows inside that cone of uncertainty, we're talking 20 to 30 mile an hour winds, and that will happen mainly on Sunday. It won't be so much tomorrow, okay? So that's the story. Rainfall, rain, more of it. And why do these storms always have an impact on the weekend? It's been that way, it seems like, for the last few weeks that we've seen that. Look at this low pressure area. It's spinning just off the coast of the Yucatan Peninsula. And now you can see it quite clearly with the visible satellite imagery. There it is. There's our Alberto, subtropical storm Alberto, the first named storm of the season for 2018 outside the season, which officially begins June 1st. And again, notice most of the heavy rainfall over 100 miles east of the center, which is going to be moving up to the north. And this, too, is going to start to move to the north. Right now, it's moving to the east, as we showed you earlier. And notice it's void of any kind of significant storms around it because of the dry air that's been kind of wrapping around it. There are all the forecast paths and tracks from different computer models across the area, and you can see that moving off basically from Louisiana all the way over to the panhandle of Florida. We are not in any at this point, and I think it'll stay that way for the most part, as we are expecting an upper level low to develop here in the western Gulf, which will draw this system to the north. On top of that, high pressure over the greater Antilles will push it as well to the north. So it's going to eventually make a turn to the north. It's not going to continue on that easterly course, but just how long it does, it will make a little bit of an adjustment to the right if it does stay that easterly course for a little while. GFS forecast model, again, has been changing back and forth. We'll have another updated one at 11 o'clock tonight. But you'll notice this is the tremendous amount of heavy rainfall at this point, 4 o'clock on Saturday afternoon, staying off the coast. But this isn't light rain, believe me. That's still very heavy rainfall. But that gets very close to us with this model. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Obviously, if it is adjusted to the right, say 30 to 40 miles, we're going to see some of that moving on shore. And then it kind of moves back toward the northwest here on into Monday and into Tuesday. And it's going to sit around a while, too. And boy, the northern portions of the Gulf Coast region going to get hit hard. Now, the European model is much wetter for us here along the state of Florida, and we could see up to 5 to 7 inches of rainfall with this system as it makes its way to the north and eventually off to the northwest. And it could become a fairly significant tropical storm right there on late Monday afternoon, and that's the reason why there are tropical storm watches in effect from the mouth of the Mississippi all the way over to just east again of Pensacola, Florida, and into Panama City. Now, that rainfall will stick around too, it looks like, through Tuesday. Wednesday, a good chance for showers and storms. This is that dry air I mentioned. You can see this trough of low pressure digging down underneath the storm, and now we're starting to see that turn right there. That's the upper level winds, which will cause the system to move off to the north over the upcoming 48 hours. Well, we speak of the rain. It's still out there, a lot of it too over South Florida right now. We had a downpour earlier today, and then look at, I'll push out further, and you can see that all the way down to Cuba and the Florida Straits, and that will all work its way northward as the system moves that way too. Right now, moderate to heavy rainfall in Venice to Northport. We have a flood watch in effect for the entire region. That's in effect until Monday as a result of the heavy rain forecast. This is rainfall since Saturday, so just over the last 6 days, we're talking 7 inches already. This is it has already fallen near Venice, also near Northport and Port Charlotte, up to nearly 7 inches. Even an area right there by Bee Ridge and Clark Road has had 7 inches of rainfall so far. And I mentioned those totals fairly high, not as much though in Nokomis, but still 5 inches in Venice, 5.6 near Siesta Key as well. So the forecast tonight, a few showers, scattered showers after midnight, and then more rain expected and anticipated as we move through, especially the afternoon and evening on Saturday. The extended forecast is calling for heavy rainfall through Saturday, Sunday, even into Monday. A good chance for showers and storms. Those winds read 10 to 15 out of the east on Saturday, and then out of the southeast 20 to 25 miles an hour. And there's a small, very small chance we could see some water spout action, but that would be mainly offshore, pushing away from the coast. We'll have much more coming up throughout the day.